She and her boyfriend argued constantly. There was jealousy, blame, and mistrust on both sides. It brought out sides of Candace she didn't even know she had. She'd find herself screaming, throwing tantrums, and feeling deeply insecure and unworthy. Now, here is the important part. Even though she knew deep down the relationship wasn't good for her, she stayed. So, why? Because those stressful emotions became familiar. Dr. Joe says in this book, he says, we would rather feel those familiar toxic feelings than face the unknown. And that's what's happening with Candace. Even though those emotions made her miserable, they felt safe because they were known. And over time, Candace began to believe those emotions were just who she was now. She was no longer the confident and happy person she used to be. That toxic emotional state didn't stay in her head, it also started affecting her body. Her hair began falling out, incomes. She developed migraines, stomach problems, insomnia, constant fatigue, and even she started gaining weight as well. Every time she even thought about the relationship, her body reacted with stress as if she were in danger. Dr. Espenja explains this with his quote, she was turning on stress hormones by just thought alone. That our thoughts are that powerful. Our bodies don't know the difference between something actually happening to us and something we are constantly worrying or thinking about. Our bodies doesn't know this difference. What is real, what is we are just imagining. The chemicals of stress flood our system either way. And the longer she stayed in the emotional survival mode, the sicker she became. So, about a year into this, Candace finally saw a doctor and she was diagnosed with Hashimoto's disease, a condition where your immune system attacks your own thyroid. And the doctor told her it's genetic. You will have to take medicine for your whole life, forever. But Candace instantly felt that this illness wasn't random, that it was connected to the emotional suffering she had been living in. And Dr. Joe calls this kind of moment a wake up call. It made Candace reflect, is this the life I want? Am I going to stay a victim? Or am I going to take my power back? So, reflection is so important. See, she stopped and she questioned herself what I want from my life. And even though she was terrified, Candace made a decision. She left that relationship and then she made a bigger decision to heal herself, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. She remembered something from Dr. Joe's workshop. The mind that creates disease is the same mind that can create health. So she decided to do an experiment on herself. She started waking up at 4:30 in the morning to meditate. She worked on quieting her negative thoughts, calming her racing emotions, and practicing gratitude. It was hard at the beginning. Her body was so used to anger and fear, it fought against his this new peace, joy, but she kept showing up for herself. And she refused to get up as the same person who sat down to meditate. Each day she asked herself, how do I want to feel today? What kind of person do I want to be? And slowly, slowly, those old emotions loosened up. And then, little by little, Candace started feeling better, lighter, and happier. Her energy increased. She started thinking more clear. She even began seeing the same people and situation differently now. And no longer she is reacting with anger or frustration. She was able to control those emotions. She is moving from negative to positive emotions with her practice. Every day, waking up in the morning, 4:30, doing meditation. The whole day, we keep reminding herself with positive emotions. And she now realized something very powerful. The people and conditions that used to upset her existed only in relation to how she was feeling. And when she changed that feeling, her world changed. So that's how our feelings are important. Just one feeling can change our whole world. And now she got that magic trick, how she can change her feelings, her thoughts, her beliefs. And now she is feeling much more better. She also learned to catch her old negative thoughts before they could take hold. And if she had a bad day, she didn't beat herself up. She just promised herself to do better tomorrow, right? There is always a chance where you can improve those emotions. Because, yes, it is difficult to just shut it down in one day. Those negative emotions were coming again and again. But she knows how to deal with them. So, then 7 months after her diagnosis, Candice went back to her doctor for a checkup. Then her blood tests came back normal. Her thyroid was balanced. Her antibody count dropped. And she was no longer taking any medication. The doctor was stunned. What did you do? He asked. And Candace explained how she had changed her beliefs, meditated, and practiced gratitude, and how she stopped living in a constant state of fear. That was very important. And the doctor told her, I wish all my patients were like you. So Candace learned the most important lesson of all. Her disease wasn't caused by someone else. Her suffering wasn't because of her boyfriend. It was all about how she responded to life. And that's what we need to learn. We cannot blame on others because of those person it's happening with me. It's you, how you are responding to your life. We all have different situations, but Everybody respond to that situation differently. And how you respond, that creates your future. That affects your mind, your body. So in that moment, when she understood all these changes, she took full responsibility for her emotions and choices. And now she became free. And Dr. Dispenza says, right on the other side of anger is compassion. Right on the other side of frustration is gratitude. And right on the other side of victimization is a creator waiting to create joy and wellness. So remember, there is always another side, right? Candace became that creator. So Candace's story reminds us that we are not victims of our circumstances. We are powerful creators, powerful soul of our health and happiness. It's on our own hands. We are the placebo. We can create good health and happiness. You are your own placebo. Means your thoughts, your emotions, and beliefs are so powerful, they can heal or harm you. It's up to you. What do you want? You want to heal your body or you want to harm your body and mind? It's all on our hands. You are your own placebo. If we can believe ourselves we are sick, why not we can just easily believe ourselves we are well, we are happy, we are joyful, right? It's on our own hand. So here we'll stop. Thank you for listening, and I hope you will join me again tomorrow. Now let's sit comfortably and enjoy the meditation together. So everybody, please sit comfortably, relax your whole body, take a deep breath in and out. Take another deep breath in and out. Relax your body. Now cross your feet, clasp your hands, close your eyes, and start focusing on your normal, natural breath. If you are wearing glasses, please remove them now and slowly focus on your normal, natural, calm. Thoughts will come and go. Don't analyze them. It's natural. Be with your breath masters for next 45 minutes. We'll do our meditation. Be with your breath masters. Be with your breath. Normal, calm, natural breath. Be with your breath masters. Be with your Last 5 minutes, masters. Be with your breath. Last 1 minute, masters. Be with your breath. Be with your breath, masters. Last 30 seconds. the breath masters. Be with you. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, very slowly, very gently, bring back your attention to your body. Put both of your hands over your closed eyes. Slowly blink your eyes and open them. Look at your palm with big smile and thank yourself. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have any question or any comment, please unmute yourself and share.
Thank you, ma'am.
Mm.
Yes, Sushma.
Thank you. All right then. See you all tomorrow. Have a good rest of the day, everyone.